gentlemen, oh, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to God's second favorite day. Of course, 12/25 is the first, and 119 is the second. The blessings upon you. You are welcome to experience the Midnight Rider in all of his glory. And I got my tag team partners in the trios event. I got the gentleman Jack Carr. I got the big guy KG. And all we're going to say to you is you're welcome for walking into this grace and into this goodness, because we are the greatest, and I mean the greatest sports show in the land. Welcome to the Sunday Rise. And here's our host, the big guy, KG.
Hey, what's up? Mute Monster get him again?
I think it did.
Oh, shoot.
Hey,
It did. I thought early in the show,
you.
if I get it out my system now, I'm good.
I don't know.
Cardell, hey, what's up, fam? What's up, Cardell? How you feeling?
One Mute Monster every day.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's
got me
go. Yo, hey. JD5. We alive with JD5.
All day long.
We're doing life. Echoes in eternity. I'm sorry.
JD5.
First and foremost, let's do this right. How's everybody feeling? Let's start with
Uh-oh.
What happened to
I don't
him?
know what happened just now, but I know for me, it feels good. Like I'm on a whole different level.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm singing again, Jack.
that's my fault.
Feels good. Yeah.
Let's start with Jack Carr here.
What's up?
You got it. You got the solo, Jack.
I tell you, I had received something from my mother that belonged to my father, and I just couldn't figure out the right time to break it out and to wear it. Well, we're going to the NFC Championship, baby. This is a perfect time to break this out. Shoot. Oh man, how do I get there? I am. This here's the gear, man. This is how my dad came home from the 1983 NFC Championship against Dallas Cowboys at RFK Stadium. He came home just like this. And they was at the game drinking their drink. If you don't get it, my dad was an usher at RFK. And the guys would drink what they call Big O. Big O ain't nothing but vodka orange juice in a milk jug. So they slammed down about 2-3 of those and watched the Washington Redskins beat the Dallas Cowboys on that day back in 1983. And my father drove home and hit either the wooden fence or my mom's van. I can't remember, but he hit something in my driveway. My uncle, who lived, 6-8 blocks away, maybe 10, he drove right through his chain link fence and hit the porch, hit the steps. So them boys was ripe, and they wore these hats. They got them at the stadium in the parking lot, and I just didn't know when to break this banging hat out, man. I got my Redskin cowboy hat. Now I think I'm gonna take it and get it professionally cleaned, man. I'm gonna be pimping this more often. So thanks for letting me share that, guys. I never left the bandwagon, Joe. I was just cautious. That's all.
I don't know, dog.
You can get into it all you want, Midnight Rider. You can pull me back, KG. Pull me back, babe. I want to see this cat's face when I'm talking to him.
Dog, I don't know.
No,
man.
Sir. Oh, you saying I jumped?
Oh, you know what? Go to the comments. Go to the comments.
Matty Ice said, "Happy Sunday for you, Commanders fans." Cardell says, "Cloud9." Yeah.
Oh yeah. I woke up.
Zaby checking in on YouTube. He says, "Raise hell, and it's funny about that because I told Dario and I told Xavier, this is the first time in y'all life y'all seen Washington in a NFC Championship game. I've told you stories your whole entire life. and now you get to see it in person, live and in living color. That's why it means so much.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Kathy Dole says, "Hey, Jack Carr."
Hey, Captain, what's happening? Hell.
Cardell said, been gone for a while. Is Jack a believer now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh,
If
Cardell,
you
you
believe,
on the Midnight Rider jank right there, man.
if you don't believe,
I ain't been gone none.
nah,
I just walked in with baby steps, bro. Nah.
It was
Y'all
not a
can
sugar,
play all that
baby.
ham bone shit you want.
Nah,
I
it
was
was not a
not
sugar,
tripping.
baby.
I remember RG Me. I went through that
Oh.
2012, 2013 letdown. I wasn't getting let
Okay.
down again. Let's see. The boy could have broke his leg week 4. We wouldn't be where we are now.
Let me say this.
In JD5.
Let me say this.
Believe he can touch the sky.
I'm gonna defend Jack Carr because Jack Carr said, "No, we got to take baby steps." He said, "I can't fully believe that we are this great team right now." When we were like 3-1, he was like, "Nope, not yet." He was like, "Let's take baby steps." Jack still had what Ross, aka Thanos, said. We had the PTSD from the Snyder era. That's what Jack had. I had it too.
But who didn't have it?
Midnight Rider just wants to jump on the train and kick somebody.
But see, that's
give me till week 6, week 8, and there I was. So everybody want to jump on that, man. They just don't know who they talking about.
But that's just it.
Redskins runs through these veins right here. If anybody doubts it, they tripping.
Okay,
but
I mean, it's okay. I mean, you had doubt.
Everybody had doubt. Come on now.
Some of us didn't have doubt after we saw it.
I won't say I had doubt. I just needed to see it, man.
It's okay. You know,
wait till I can try
okay.
your ass.
You know what?
Jack. Hold on. I'm sorry. Because people doubted Jesus. So it's okay for you to doubt this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna let you jump on Jack Carr like that. I'm not gonna let you jump on him like that.
I'm just telling you, there's doubters. You know, so sometimes you got to show them the light. They don't see the light.
Happiest guy in the room.
Midnight Rider. Midnight Rider.
Hold on.
Hold on. Midnight Rider. I just got a message that told you to check your phone.
Okay.
They just came in the newsroom and said check your phone.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna let y'all jump on Jack Carr like that because Jack was trying to.
You sit back. Listen, Midnight Rider. You already had your time. Proceed, KG.
I'm not gonna let you jump on Jack Carr like that because Jack Carr is an upstanding citizen. He's of noble stock, but he also said we got to take this slow. And we didn't know what we had, and we had to see what we had. We're seeing what we had, and before I get to the rest of these comments, let me say this: the boss BJ is joining us right now. B, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you're here because you can share in this and you can help me corral these two gentlemen because they are on cloud 16. Everybody in the comments on cloud 16.
No. Hold on. My cloud does not have limitations. My cloud is cloud 81 because it's cloud 9 squared. So don't talk to me about no cloud 16 bullshit. I am what I am. I keep telling y'all, it's God's second best day in the world. And last night we went to the MC Championship game. You can't talk to me.
I thought you were talking to me nice.
I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know.
Let me say this.
Hold on. My name is Benjamin Stephen Conti. Born on Morris Road. Lived on Gainesville Ave.
Ooh, we got a rowdy bunch today, boy, in them comments. Look at all these folks, man. Good Sunday.
Good son.
It's a good Sunday out here, man. Cardell,
Jack unknown wife. I'm good, baby. Let's go.
If you haven't guessed yet.
Hold up. You know what's going to be better? Tomorrow. When we get Notre Dame to beat Ohio State in a championship game. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better.
We're
Well,
not gonna
Then
be feeling this
we
good
gonna live a
tomorrow night.
legacy, bro. Tomorrow's gonna be the beginning of the legacy. Let's go.
happy birthday to the Midnight Rider. Today is his birthday. That's one of the reasons. Well, he always turned on Sunday morning, but that's the reason why he's so turned, and deservedly so. Happy birthday to you, Midnight Rider.
I appreciate that.
B, you awfully quiet back there.
Nah, B didn't talk because I've been talking the whole time. B was supposed to be talking. It's all good.
What's up, BJ?
Morning, fellas. How y'all feeling, man?
Good, man.
Good.
If you can't tell, I'm good.
Oh man, I've listened on the last couple of minutes since I've been in here. Y'all are really good.
Yo, NFC Championship game.
All right, let's get to these comments.
Hold, KJ, you can't. I'm about to say, my life, my legacy. We doing this. This is what we do. I keep telling people what we do in life echoes in eternity. This is what it is. We one game away from being in the promised land. We one moment. We one shining moment away. And if you don't believe, then you can't believe. If you don't have any hope in your eyes, then you don't have hope in your life. What we about to do, what's about to be, what's coming down this road that is the Washington Commanders. We are a lifestyle. We're not a legacy. We are a lifestyle. That's why Jack Carr got his R on his head, because we a lifestyle. It's the reason why Jack Carr got Redskins on his chest, because we are a lifestyle. No matter what we are. And this is the problem I've had with every fan that hates the name Commanders. The Commanders aren't who we are. We are a Washington Redskins fans. It's our life. It's what we are. We walk in this life. And it doesn't matter what colors, what name we have, because we are always the Washington Redskins. We are always the Washington football team. And that's what we do. And if you can't live that lifestyle, then I'm sorry for you. But what I need you to do right now, if you're a fan of this team and you believe, give me 2 claps and a woo. Woo!
Woo! All right. Hey, look, that gentleman down there in the corner in the boss BJ's screen. That's the proprietor of a soon-to-be club that's opening. We got to figure out if it's all one word or is it spread apart. B, you never answered that question.
Yeah, I don't have the answer to that right now. We're still kind of going through some legal things.
Okay.
We're trying to see if what'll work legally without us getting in trouble.
Okay. All right.
So.
Let's get through these comments so we can get to the show. Nice hat, Jack from Jack Sweeney. Cardo said, "LOL, Jack was like me. I told everybody slow down and let's see. That's what we did." Boone says, "Hail to the Commanders and let's go."
Hail.
And now I see too, Cardell. Yeah. Looking good, Jack. And LOL, Jack ain't see all my messages. He hot.
I don't know what Cardell talking
about. Not everybody, Boone said, house money. Upstanding citizen, I don't know about that. When I said Jack was upstanding citizen, a noble stock. Jack Wagner said, don't get too happy. Y'all still got to play the Eagles. Not so fast, my friends, because the Eagles could lose to the Rams. They could lose to the Rams.
Yo, Jack Wagner. It doesn't matter. Because I
want the Eagles.
Excuse me. KG, who do we play next week? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna step in here real quick because this is what I was talking about in our group chat yesterday. It's not about who the Commanders play in an NFC Championship game.
It's not about who they put in front of us.
It's not that I think it's the league is on notice for real now. I think the Eagles and the Rams, whoever win that game, are now legitimately worried about playing the Commanders. That's how you have to look at this now, because like I said in the chat, this team has a legit chance to win 2 more games. Not
Yes, sir.
not house money, not you taking your last little bit of money going to the casino trying to pay your bills. They are the casino now.
That's right.
And now
Get your shine box up, right?
it doesn't really matter who wins this game. You want the Eagles because it's NFC East and it's a rivalry, and that's what you want. If you're a fan, you don't want the easy route. You want to beat who's the best to go. You don't want no asterisk beside anything. I talk about that all the time. If it's the Eagles, it's the Eagles. But if the Rams beat the Eagles, the Rams are a formidable foe also, because the Rams ain't no joke. The Rams ready to go too. So that's going to be a good game later on today. Whoever, if Washington go to LA or Arizona, wherever they're going to play at, or if they go up the street in Philadelphia, those teams are now on edge. You might actually see it where the Commanders are favored in that NFC Championship game.
Go ahead, hit the comments, KG.
All right. Boone said that Eagles might not make it. Come on now. Matty Ice said now that the Rams take care of the Eagles. Yep. Pump your brakes. Is what Boone said. Jack Wagner. That's how you make my morning. Let's go ND. We are ND. Boone said OSU. No. Lovey says, I love the energy. Happy birthday, Mr. Midnight Rider.
Yes, sir.
Boone said OSU.
Yeah, he
said
OSU.
OMG, didn't you?
Say that again,
Yeah.
Jack?
Didn't you say OMG? Where's he at?
Huh?
That's what Boone said.
Where's KG? Now Boone
I'm
said
right.
OSU, not
Yeah.
OMG.
And I said OSU.
Okay, sorry. Damn, took that long for me to get that to you. My bad.
Jack Sweeney said, let's go fighting Irish.
Yes, sir.
June Connor said, hey, bro, hail to the Redskins. I can't stop smiling.
Yes.
And Jack Sweeney said, I'll never give up the R. Cardell said, facts, cuz it's a lifestyle.
Yes,
Boom,
sir.
with the 2 claps and the woo!
Woo!
Xavier said, I believe in the Commanders. Cardell says, anytime, anybody, anywhere, anytime. Jack Wagner says, Saquon Barkley is all I got to say.
It don't matter.
And Cardell said, Eagles ain't there yet.
Nope.
Look at what they did during the rebuild. Everybody else was established. Jaden is nice, is what Jack Wagner said. Nice. Jaden is nice, deserve all he gets and more. And Xavier said, let's go ND. So let's jump into this.
Oh, before we get going, tell BJ right now, this is going to be more than 120. Because I got a lot of shit on my chest. So I'm going to be obnoxious. I'm going to be...
We're just going to cut you off.
I'm just going to be me. I'm letting you know right now. It's the Midnight Rider. It's 20 years since the last time. Like, this is like a virgin getting his first piece of tail. Like, this is a whole nother world that we living in. We are in or playing in the NFC Championship game.
Well,
it's not my team. It's not your team, Jack Carr. It's not KG's team. It's our team. We are in a space where we operate in that we haven't been in a long time. Like, I feel like Suge Every in Color Purple when she walks down the aisle and she starts singing her song. That's how I feel, because we are in the midst of greatness.
Now, before you go on that rant, let's get to the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yo, you know what? What you just did right there? That's great radio right there.
Let's get to them, because I already know what this show is going to be. This is what Detroit, when they won their first playoff game in however long, and those people were in the stands crying. and people just couldn't understand the emotion behind that. I know what this is. I've lived in this area all my life, and I've watched the team be a laughing stock the last 20 years, where you see some peaks, but then it just immediately go back right back down flat. So um, Kansas City just keeps doing what Kansas City does. They find a way to win. Of course, the game doesn't go through without some questionable calls, but you got to give Kansas City credit where credit's due. Houston had their opportunities, and Kansas City just found a way to get to CJ Stroud. I've never seen a quarterback hit and battered so many times.
Mm-hmm.
You can't still expect him to perform at peak level when he's in a shotgun, and as soon as he hikes the ball, he's running for his life. The Houston Texans offensive line, probably that's part of the worst performance I've seen of an offensive line this year. And you got to give Steve Spagnuolo his props, because he dials it up, and when he dials it up, it confuses the offensive line. We've seen it the last couple of years in the playoffs. This is Kansas City's seventh straight AFC Championship game. They're awaiting the winner of Buffalo and Baltimore. So, but Houston had their chances. They had their chances to swing the momentum. The Houston defense got Kansas City off the field. They got the Will Anderson Jr. is a monster. He
Yes,
got to
sir. Yes,
he
sir.
got he got to Patrick Mahomes. Made him move around, made him miss some throws, and then that Houston offense got on the field and just laid eggs every time,
Yes, sir.
every time. And then Fairbairn, somebody had to pay this dude, because that last kick that was blocked, it just like it was like a delay of him moving. And then it was a low kick to begin with. I don't know. They said he's from Hawaii. Maybe the cold was messing him up. That can't be an excuse for somebody playing in the NFL. I'm sorry. You either can play in the cold weather or you can't. And if you can't, you don't need to be in the league. That can't be an excuse no more. But Houston, I would have liked to see Houston. Of course, you say this with a lot of teams. At full strength with Diggs, with the full complement of receivers. Would that have made a difference? Maybe a little bit. I think they still would have lost. Like we said last week with Pittsburgh, if you can't control the line of scrimmage, you're a goner in these playoffs. You're going to get exposed, and I think we saw a lot of that last night with the Washington game. I think Washington won at the line of scrimmage. What you got, Jack?
Yeah, this Kansas City Houston game, you look at the stats, the team stats, it looks like Houston won. I mean, Kansas City was terrible on third downs. I want to say there was 4 for 11 or so. Houston was good on third downs. They just could not convert, The sacks hurt. You can't give up 8 sacks. You give up 8 sacks, I can put the money down. You're probably not winning. Mahomes did what he had to do, 177 yards, 1 touchdown. Kelsey had 117 yards. So you got, what, 50 yards that the rest of the team got? 50, 60 yards? Too early for me to be doing math right now.
Plus, you went to Bladensburg, so y'all not good at math anyway.
No, I'm better than most Bladensburgers are, but
I mean, you and KC, y'all don't know.
We had a night last night, okay? I'm a little groggy. George Karlaftis, 3 sacks for Kansas City. That boy, he was just grabbing people, man. So Houston, man, they'll be around. They'll be around, okay? Houston needs a few more pieces to continue to get stronger. 2 years in a row in the playoffs for them. Everything's going to be all right. And Jack Carr picked Kansas City in the over. So that's what I got on that game.
So what did everybody else pick? I mean, you can't be selfish and just say what Jack Carr did.
I'm the only one that hit, fool. On this game, you picked Midnight Rider. I don't know. Go ahead and tell your review on the game, and I'll let you know.
It's all good because today is all about the Midnight Rider. Like
Oh, I know that.
I keep telling people all the time, like God gave you Jesus, and they gave you me. So we here. So I mean, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, I'm speechless at this point, only because I don't want to say too much because like it's me and God. I'm God's second favorite son.
Oh, you are you? I don't think nobody else is agreeing with you.
I'm about to say we're gonna have to put a poll out on that. We're gonna have to put a poll out on
KG
that.
probably got mute
I
on.
mean, I don't know why y'all wasting your time.
I'm
You do that. I mean, shit. I know what I know.
I ain't scared of you.
You ain't gotta be scared. It's nothing to be scared about. It's a reality.
Then stop huffing and puffing then.
It's a reality.
Chief Texas, man. Chief Texas.
Like when God wakes up in the morning, he says, "Let there be light." And on the seventh day, he says, "Let there be Ben Conti." I don't know what y'all want.
Oh Lord, cookie.
Let there be Midnight Rider.
Well,
Chief Texans.
23-14, Kansas City is hosting another AFC Championship game. Look, this is going to be a special show because we're going to get through this, and I'm going on mute, and I'm going in my hut.
I know what you're talking about, BJ. No, I'm be okay.
And I'm gonna let the Midnight Rider, the birthday boy, I'm gonna let the gentleman Jack, and I'm gonna let the big guy KG talk about their team going to NFC Championship.
Well, can I talk about Texas Chiefs first?
Hey, look, I'm trying to get through it, so we absolutely please talk about the Texas Chiefs.
What you gonna do? You bowing out, BJ?
Oh no, I'll be here. I'll be here, but I ain't gonna have I'm gonna have duct tape on my mouth. I ain't gonna be able to get a word in once this gets going.
Oh Lord.
You already know me.
I'm gonna say this, and I've called out Kansas City a lot this year with a lot of questionable calls. And Matty Ice said, I'll get to the comments in a second, but Matty Ice said it. A lot of people said it. Even D'Amico Ryans and their defensive end Williams is talking about playing against everybody. You're playing against the refs. You can't playing against Kansas City. Something has to be done, and it's starting to get to the point where Mahomes is starting to look like this generation's Tom Brady. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but come on, man. This is no. But the Texans, we said something about the Texans last game. We said we didn't think the Texans would win last game because of how weak their offensive line was. The offensive line was a little bit better last week, but this week they went right back. So, they did not. Stroud, how many times did Stroud get hit yesterday?
I didn't see
it was either 52 or
quarterback hit.
It was either 52 or 56.
So basically, he got hit every time he touched the ball.
I don't know if that was hits or everything combined.
No,
that's absolutely crazy. But they got a lot to go for, a lot to work on. And D'Amico Ryans, he's done something beautiful down there in Houston. You know, you talk about we talked in our chat last night about giving props to the previous regime. I think Lovie Smith set him up really well to succeed down there. But they missing something, and I don't think it was Stephon Diggs. So Jack Wagner said, "I know they finished second in the division, but they've done a great job turning that organization around in a very short time." You know what would turn that organization around even faster, Jack? If they got a better owner that wasn't such a dick. Matty Ice said, what happened?
Matty Stroud got hit 14 times yesterday. 14 quarterback hits, 8 sacks. So you're looking at, 22 times right there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know what Matty that 58 means next to that number, BJ. I see it as well. I don't know what that means. It's not hits, though.
No, it's not his. I think it's like the total of everything. Pressure, because like I said, it was a couple times where he hiked the ball as soon as the ball touched his fingertips, he was running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
QB pressures, all that. I think that's everything combined.
Okay.
Totally agree.
Matty Ice said a lot of questionable calls, but you can't keep settling for field goals against Kansas City. They needed to go for
Yes,
some
sir.
fourth down. And the Texans were playing pretty good defense for a little while. And those field goals, if those made field goal, how many field goals did Fairbairn miss? What, 3, 2?
That's why people question the whole thing about taking field goals. Like sometimes you gotta go for it on fourth down because
Yeah,
you
but
gotta figure out what's the point. Like what's the place where it makes sense and doesn't make sense. And I think the one thing that the Lions and the Commanders did in their game is they didn't care about what that point was. The point of redemption or however you want to call it, they didn't care. And those two teams made it a point to make fourth down insignificant to them.
agreed. Xavier said they're using the Chiefs black magic. Hey, my kids know. Jack Wagner said it seems every year the Chiefs defense really stepped up in the playoffs. Yeah. And Matty Ice said, look at the two games yesterday. One lower seed went for the gauntlet and the win. The other played not to lose. I agree. So the Chiefs are awaiting the winner of Baltimore Buffalo, which is later on the day. Now on the NFC side, this right here, and Midnight Rider talk about being God's favorite son.
Second.
And it's second favorite son. I'm sorry, always second favorite son. Let me get that. Hold on, let me get that right. Second favorite son. But you got to look at this. If you want to get biblical, you want to talk about God. Jaden, whose last name is Daniels, was delivered out of the lion's den yesterday. If you want to be technical about it.
So KG, you go into a whole place that you didn't understand because I said that. I said that Daniel was going in the lion's den. And
we did. And he got delivered.
Oh, I said also that like the problem is that
I hear you, Matty Ice.
the Daniel got delivered from the lion's den, and also that David had to have a stone to kill Goliath, and what we did yesterday was on those lines. So keep going.
I agree with that.
Do we want to go in this order, or do we want to leave this for last? And do we want to go talk about Buffalo, Baltimore, and then we talk about the Rams and the Eagles, and we leave this for last? That way we can really.
Dog, I'm so intoxicated.
We just gotta do it.
I don't care.
We just gotta do it. Get it over with. Let's just do it.
A couple of comments real quick. Skins tried to be cute on fourth down. On that fourth down, Detroit stopped them. Stopped Mariota. Yeah, I agree with that, Earl. Because we were upset about it, but they just read what they were doing. Matty Ice said, get your popcorn ready for the next 20 minutes.
Whoa.
You guys don't understand that. I think there was more to the play, and it got messed up in the midst of what was going on. So,
it was supposed to be a pitch.
We Jack, just shut up and listen for a second.
Please say be quiet. I'm not gonna take too many more shut ups.
All right, be quiet. Just listen.
Thank you, sir.
It's a thing where I think the play got messed up, the play call or whatever got messed up, and then that's why we were at that moment in the play call. I think there was more to it. I think they just couldn't get there because it got messed up by B-Rob. So that's what I'll say.
But why do we need to run a play like that? Why not just a straight up dive up the middle or a quarterback sneak? Why we need to run okey doke?
I got
Any
you.
explanation?
I mean,
You
like
know?
you are one of those people that I understand where you're coming from, but I think sometimes I think there was something there, and if we got to, I think you're living in the result as opposed to living in a moment. Like the result
Well, if you
was
got it, then everybody, yeah. All right.
you'd have been good, but at the same time,
Nah,
no matter how to no, hear me out, Jack. If the play had played out and we hit it, you'd have
yeah.
been good.
Been good, but probably still unhappy with the play call.
Okay.
Now,
But I,
Boone
we didn't
Boone
have
said they
enough
didn't
Jerry
believe.
Carlo. Sorry.
Boone said they didn't believe in us, but God did. DJ Khaled. You know what? I woke up this morning with a song on my mind, and it was "Higher" by Nipsey Hussle and DJ Khaled and John Legend. That's where I'm at right now. I'm higher. Dan Quinn is taking me higher and higher. Don't you know that the devil is a liar? That's where I'm at right now.
Yes, sir.
Um, Keith from the block said hail to the Commanders. Jack Wagner said props to the Commanders for going from worst to first. Uh, Earl Lawrence agreed. Exactly, JC. It was fourth and inches. This play straight up.
Can
And
I
Xavier
say
said didn't.
Straight up.
Detroit didn't stop anything. B Rob got in the way.
can I say something real quick? And because I already know where this is going, we're gonna have to talk Bills, and I'm gonna have to come on another show, the Sunday Sunset later on,
Uh,
and talk about the rest of the stuff because we ain't getting to know other games. Let me say something.
we're gonna
The
wrap this up in
Commanders,
15 minutes.
the Commanders, Josh Harris, Dan Quinn, Jaden Daniels just set a new bar for the NFL. And now you're going to because you ran into a unicorn in Jaden Daniels, right? You ran
Sir.
into a franchise quarterback. You're not going to get that every time, and you're going to get these Clevelands of the world. You're going to get the Jets, the Patriots of the world that are expecting these guys going to come in and change it around in a year. I think a realistic timeline for rebuilding is a 3 to 5 year period. Ron Rivera never had, I was talking to the big guy, never got that quarterback to help flip things around. You get the quarterback. We've been talking about them moving around pieces, figure out who still fits on this team, and they've been
So
doing it on the fly, on the run all year, and they probably got 80 to 85% of the pieces they need. You finally get the game from Marshawn Lattimore
yeah,
that you've been looking for. Who's
yeah.
the kid that picked off those two passes?
Terrence
Sam
Steele.
My
Aaron
Sam
still
God.
got one. Harris got
my
one.
my goodness. And that
I love that kid, yo.
listen to me. He's going to bring a whole different dynamic to the game the next week in the NFC Championship because now you're trying to avoid Marshawn Lattimore, and this kid just picked off two passes. And if the pass he picked off in the end zone, if that's
Wasn't
if that's
there.
Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, that's a touchdown. Because that was
Yeah,
Jared Goff, that pass was late, and Jared Goff doesn't have the arm to throw that pass.
yeah.
But I'm not taking anything away from him because he read that all the way. And he stepped in front of it. He stepped in front of the Jameson Williams pass. And people got to ask themselves because people are questioning a lot of the Detroit offensive play call. But the hot man on the market is Ben Johnson. So if he comes to your team, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He's running those plays on your team. So if you're questioning the play call of the Detroit Lions and your
Yes,
team
sir.
is in search of a coach and they get
Sir.
Ben Johnson is bringing those plays to your favorite team. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to step away. I just made some popcorn. I got rum left with some orange juice. I'm gonna step away. I gotta take some trash out for my wife yell at me. I'm gonna do that real quick. I got my ear set in. Y'all run.
And speaking of which, we'll talk about the Lions before we talk about our Commanders. Ben Johnson didn't want to meet with basketball guys when they wanted to interview him here in DC. He didn't want to meet with basketball guys, is what he said. And now
You
look at what happened.
you
It don't
can't do
matter, man.
you
We
can't do that to
are who
him.
we are.
You can't do that to him. You when you're the hot commodity, you get to set the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah, when everybody's fault, he's the number one candidate. He gets to set the bar where he wants. We're not talking
Guess
about
what? Guess what?
what's
But
Ben Johnson's been a hot
hey,
candidate for the
KG,
last 3
KG,
cycles.
KG.
he
Hold on,
is.
hold on, hold on.
He's still the number one guy now.
KG.
Yes, sir.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
I agree.
Like yesterday has already happened, and tomorrow is too far away. All we
You
got.
go to church this morning, Midnight Rider?
Now that's the still reserve talking.
All we got
Eagle
is
ever
today.
sees a bird.
Two-twos.
Right now is all we got. You know what I'm talking about? The greatest opportunity in the world is found in today. You understand that? We don't even know what yesterday got for us. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's already gone. Tomorrow, too far away. What about right now? What about right now? Huh? Would you give it all up for me right now? I got you. Huh? Let's go then.
See, if that right there don't make you get ready to walk out the tunnel, I don't know what will.
Yeah. It
Because
does.
look,
But
it's the Midnight,
it's a Baltimore
it's the Midnight
tunnel.
Rider's birthday. Yeah, but it's the Midnight Rider's birthday. But I guarantee you, if I play that about 3 times, you're gonna see him get up off camera. You're gonna see him jump around. He's gonna stretch. He's gonna put his knee braces on, get his shoulder sleeves on, make sure he's nice and warm. He be like, all right, let's go. Because I know the Midnight Rider. I know how to get him going. Now he ain't big walk tomorrow, but I mean I know how to get him going.
You had to see
what we do in life.
Pre-game.
Oh man, Luvu. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. Luvu for president.
His pregame was fire though, man. He turned me up.
All right, hey, I'm not even gonna mess around. I'm gonna get out now. So yeah, you guys have a great show.
Where you going?
No, I ain't got nothing left. I can't be productive in the rest of the show.
All right, if you're gonna be a little bitch like that, bye.
No, it's not a little bitch. It's not a little bitch. I'm trying to.
You don't feel good or something, cowboy?
All right, fuck it. Let's go. I'll be your Huckleberry. Let's go. Fuck you, Jack.
I'm just saying, why you leaving your show?
No. Fuck you, Jack. Let's go.
Let's roll, fool.
All
right, where we at? We'll let you go first on this.
All right, Redskins, Commanders. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Commanders versus the Lions. Mm-hmm. Greatest game ever. Greatest game ever. Like we dominated from the start, and like I know people had issues with them going for it on the 4th down, but I knew what it was. The standard is the standard. It's what we do, and like you got to be understandable of understanding that like if you don't live in your love language, if you don't do what you do on a consistent basis, if you don't die on the cross of your beliefs, these are all things that I say. That's why this game was so special. We died on our cross. We died on our beliefs. We did what we did, and like we put Detroit in situations they weren't comfortable. You can't be comfortable with being uncomfortable in the moment, and that's what we did. We made them do things that they weren't comfortable with. They thought they could come out and be like they could bully ball us, but we stopped them early on that first drive. Yeah. Then they were like, "Oh, okay, we want to do this." Yo, those tricks are only good for you guys, but they're not the real cereal. So fuck it, we good. This is what we do. We live in this. We operate in this. And I think that's the biggest thing about this team is we live in our destinies and our opportunities. And yo, Super Bowl.
That we talked about this last night. Don't do that.
Super Bowl. All right, yo, I'm gonna drop out because I don't have anything else after this.
Hold on. Before you drop out, can I say something to you?
Yes, happy birthday.
Other than that, because if it wasn't for this day 725 years ago when you were born, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Yes,
And
sir.
all jokes aside, I understand, it's your birthday, you sipping a little bit. Dude, you came on to this show when we were still doing audio on Podbean. And at one point in time, you were the only, yeah. One point in time, you were the only person that tuned into the show and talked to me when I was doing solo shows. You would call in and you would have conversations with me, and we got so many conversations that got pins in them. Like if we had a cork board, the cork board would be full of goddamn pins of conversations that we're supposed to have.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you this. Me and B talked about this years ago. And we said, man, we can't get people that we know to support us. We got to start interacting with strangers. Same thing with Jack. Same thing with you. We didn't know you guys when we first started.
Yes, sir.
And now here we are, and we are fucking family. I appreciate this day just as much as you do, because if it wasn't for this day,
Don't start crying.
I'm not gonna cry. If it wasn't for this day, Midnight Rider wouldn't have been birthed. It would have been just, Fat Poet, Ben Conti, things of that. But Midnight Rider was birthed, aka my main man in my Ahmad Rashad voice. And I will say this to you.
I don't even still understand, because I think Jack Carr asked about that, like the name and the voice and how we got there. So I understand.
I say this to you, man. Happy birthday.
All right.
Enjoy your day. You got one half of your birthday gift. The other half is coming tomorrow night, brother. And when that other half comes tomorrow night,
What's the other half? A large pepperoni pizza?
No. That other half is something that we ain't had since 1988.
Yes, sir.
And when we get that,
what you talking about? The Knight Rider, bite the big wheel with the emergency brake?
Nah.
I'm gonna get one of those.
I'm not gonna be getting any good the rest of the night, yo. So y'all do a show. It'll be good, man.
All right, I'll call and check on you in a little bit.
All right.
All right.
Hey, man.
That's probably the first time I've ever seen the Midnight Rider tap out. But
did I hurt his feelings?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Did I upset him and he's taking his ball and going home? Come on, Midnight Rider. Or is he just still soft from last night?
I think he's still.
It's fried.
Oh, he gonna come up in the comment board. Watch. Watch.
Couple of comments real quick. That was arguably the only mistake Washington made on offense. Detroit and their 5 turnovers was the ball game. Even if we get it, me personally, I didn't like to try to be cute. Mano a mano, just go beat them. That's what Earl Lawrence said. Cardell says, not all plays going to go as planned, but still happy about the call and that early and that close in points. Boone said Ravens by 2 scores. Let's go. Cardell said Quan Martin. That's one of the picks. I'm going to pull a Ray Lewis entrance. That's what Xavier said. The only play call I added was a reverse wide receiver throw, but he should have never thrown that ball. If he does come to Vegas, I'm good with it. Boone said Midnight Pastor. Earl said, nah, bro, we got to win another game before we get to the SB word. Yeah, we do. That's why I say, nope, it's a ban on that. Jack Wagon said, hello, June Carr O'Connor. And Cardell said, you had him a happy birthday, LOL.
We did.
All right, quickly. What's next? Because everybody's talking about the coaching cycle, and B, you said something about Ben Johnson. He's been top guy the last 3 years. Before him, the top guy for the last 4 years before that was Eric Bieniemy. And people are, Eric Bieniemy is no longer on anybody's list. I think he's talked himself out of a head coaching job. Period. Um, if you remember, we go back even further. You remember, Darren Bevel was top guy in the cycle. And these guys, if you're the top guy, you can't say I don't want to meet with so and so. I'm going to meet with anybody to see if the situation's right for me.
No, you don't have to. And I think you're I don't know where that's coming from. If you're the top guy, you could look at situations from afar. You know, especially if you've been in the league, you know what owners are aware, you know what you don't want to deal with. You're not begging for a head coaching job. These guys are begging for you. You get to set the table in the bar. You get to set the contract. I think he's already said kind of what he's looking for money wise. Remember, they want him. It's not the other way around. They feel like this guy can change their franchise around. So, with that being said, if he doesn't want to meet with a team, just like um, Deion Sanders kid coming out, he already told her certain teams you're not going to play for. It's just what it is.
Okay. Let me say this. This is Deion Sanders saying that Shador is not playing for a team. What's the difference between that? And I'm just asking a quick question. What's the difference between him saying that and the Manning family saying that Eli wasn't going to play for the Chargers?
Same.
What's the difference?
Same thing.
Then why does Deion get so much hate for doing the same thing?
Because Deion's way more flashy. Deion's more in your face.
The Elways and the Mannings, they got flack for that too. It wasn't as big. I mean, Deion's Deion, shorty. The Mannings and the Phillip Rivers thing got some flack too.
Okay. Just asking. All right. We got games today. And this one right here is a game that every Commanders fan is going to be watching. Rams versus Eagles. Eagles are 6.5-point favorites. Over under is 42.5. Jack Carr, what you got in this game?
Rams, Eagles. Shit, I ain't got nothing on that game. We're gonna go. The Rams are back healthy. You know, their wide receiver core seems to be nice. I mean, Cooper Kupp, you never know what he's gonna do. He's our Triple Crown guy from a couple years ago that led the league in touchdowns, receptions, and receiving yards. So it looks to be that he's healthy. And what they got, Nakua over there? That Nakua. And it seemed like the Rams are healthy. And I would not be surprised to see the Rams knock the Eagles off their perch. But last time the Eagles played the Rams, everybody know what Saquon did. He threw up what, 202 nickels, 255. So I hope they're doing their due diligence in trying to slow Saquon down, because I don't think you can contain him, not with the talent that the Rams got on defense, but I think the Rams can outscore the Eagles. So I'll take the Rams in the over. I think that this Rams offense is back healthy and back putting big points up. So we'll see what happens. I got the Rams in the over. What do you like, BJ?
I like the Eagles to edge this out, right? No diddy. But for the Rams to win this game, the Rams have the better throwing quarterback. If they get Matt Stafford in a rhythm and get the Eagles back on their heels, Saquon is going to be taking out the game, because you're going to have Jalen Hurts come in and pass their way back into the game. If you're the Rams, that's what you want. You want Jalen Hurts to beat you, and not Jalen Hurts, Saquon, AJ Brown. You don't want the whole trio of people getting in and eating. So for the Rams, they have to get out early they have to play mistake-free football. You know, we say that all the time. It's the playoffs. But I think the Eagles edge this out. I think Saquon has a good day with, 102 touchdowns. I think this is going to be closer than that 6.5. So I'll take the Rams and that point spread, and I'll take the over on the 42.5. I think it's going to be one of them 24-21 type games. I think it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be kind of what Detroit was in. If whoever gets ahead is going to probably stay ahead. I think that's what it's going to be. But give me the Eagles to edge out the Rams, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams leave the link with a W.
I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb. I'm gonna say, give
Philly in the
me.
over.
You said what?
Philly in
Would
the
you say,
over.
Jack?
BJ. Philly in the over, BJ.
Philly in the over. Yep.
Thank you. Go ahead, KG. Sorry, Bubba.
I'm gonna say, give me the Rams and the under, because Philly, excuse me, Philly didn't seem to get started until late against the Packers last week. It just seemed like Philly left a lot of points on the board. They left a lot to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say Rams in the under, but I kind of sort of see something brewing, and I'd rather not say what it is on air, but I see something brewing, and I see the Rams winning this. Feel good story, if you dig what I'm saying. Jack Smith said, "Hi, Jack."
What's up, Mr. Smith? How you doing, partner?
Earl Long said, "That's what scares me. Skins losing OC next year. Daniels having a different OC in the second year, not good." No. Cliff Kingsbury said he's having fun here. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He said he's not even looking at head coaching jobs.
Yeah, I don't think he's going nowhere, Earl. I really don't. And you're correct in what you're saying, but I think Kingsbury's having too much fun over here. He knows what he's got, and him and DQ like working together, it seems. I don't see Kingsbury going anywhere.
Jack Wagner said, "Should be a great game. Both teams are really good on both sides of the ball." Matty Ice said, "All depends on the snow. Can the Rams handle the weather elements?" That's a good question. Earl Lawrence said, "I'm pulling for the Rams. Don't want to see that run game Eagles got." Great point about taking the Eagles run game out of the equation. Yeah. Matty Ice said, "Rams cover, Eagles win, but the under due to the weather." And Jack Wagner said the weather is going to be the deciding factor. I like the Eagles and the under.
It's supposed to be snowing.
Possibly. Yeah. I mean, we were supposed to get snow at 7 a.m. this morning. I ain't seen no snow yet, so.
That's because I sent an email.
I'm gonna need for you not to send emails, because I was planning on going out playing in the snow. So.
No. There's still enough little bit out there. Go play in what's left, bro. No more snow. No more snow.
All right, next up, Bills versus Ravens. Ravens are 1.5 point favorites. Over under is 51.5. This right here is in Buffalo. If they're getting snow in Philly, I can only imagine what kind of weather that Buffalo is going to have. But this is going to be one of those games that's not a lot of passes going to be thrown. So you're going to have James Cook, a heavy dose of James Cook and Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. So start with the gentleman Jack and finish up with the boss BJ.
Yeah, I'm calling this the battle of the MVPs. I wanted this matchup ever since, people start fussing about the MVP race and saying Josh Allen shouldn't even be in the conversation. Well, I think Josh Allen is going to show everybody why he's in the conversation. And that Buffalo offense is one of the highest scoring offenses in the league. Can Baltimore score as much as Buffalo can? Because I don't think Baltimore's defensive secondary is going to give Josh Allen much. So that front line of Baltimore needs to pressure Allen, and hopefully he can make some mistakes that way. But I see Buffalo just having too much form. I hear Likely's trying to come back for Baltimore. I'm not sure if that's 100%. It will help if he comes back, but I just don't think Baltimore's got enough for Buffalo. So I got the Bills and the under. I think Buffalo's defense is going to play ball and hold Baltimore to a low number. So that's what I got, BJ. What do you think your boys are going to do? We went backwards on this one, KG. Usually BJ goes first on the Buffalo games.
But I wanted to give him as much time as possible.
I hear you. Okay.
Now let me say this, man. It's more than just if you look at the stats, they far as like the team's averages per game, like Baltimore has Buffalo, I think, in everything except points per game, passing yards, rushing yards, the whole 9 yards. They have that, and I think Buffalo are the underdogs because of their performance in the playoffs the last couple of years against. Nobody cares if they beat the Dolphins, and I don't even know who they played last round. Who they play last round? I can't even remember who they played last round. It doesn't matter. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't even matter because nobody cares. Can you beat Baltimore? Can you beat Kansas City? Can you beat the team you lost to Kansas City at home in the divisional last year? The year before that, I believe they lost to the Bengals at home. They got stomped by the Bengals at home. The Buffalo Bills have to prove that they're ready to take that next step and beat a formidable foe in the playoffs. They got 3 games to go to a Super Bowl. They have to beat the Ravens, and if they beat the Ravens, then they got to go fight the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. And we've seen what that entails. But we're not going to look past the Ravens. I think it's interesting that Derrick Henry, I think he got like almost like 1,900 yards. I think James Cook is at 1,000 yards. Both of them have 12 touchdowns.
Whoa. James Cook got more than 12 touchdowns.
I thought he only had 12 touchdowns. I thought him and Derrick Henry was tied at 12 touchdowns.
15. He's got 15 because Allen's got 12. Okay. Josh Allen's got 12 himself. So maybe you've seen that Buffalo next to Josh Allen's name, but no, he's got 15. I would double check, but I'm pretty positive I'm right.
And that makes it even more interesting that he has that many touchdowns and he's 900 yards short of Derrick Henry. That's very interesting. Unfortunately, as a Bills fan, I'll be sitting here at 6:30 watching with my blood pressure high, but I have to take the Ravens until my Bills prove that they can beat the big boys. That Sean McDermott can prove that he can outcoach John Harbaugh, outcoach Andy Reid until Josh Allen. I say this all the time. This is when we've seen Josh Allen hurdle people. We've seen Josh Allen lower his shoulder. This is when you do it. The next couple games, this is when you do that. This is when you stay in bounds and lower your shoulder. KG, the field will be clear even if it snows. Buffalo does a great job of keeping that field clear. So I think you'll still see the passing game in effect. I think when you talk about, I think it's even because you got the bulldozer and Derrick Henry. Lamar's more of a finesse runner. Then you have a finesse runner in James Cook, but Josh Allen can lower his shoulder and run over people. So I think that's where it comes into play. I think that's even across the board. It's just and both of these defenses see this in practice all the time. So it's going to be they're ready for this. The Ravens defense has to contain Lamar in practice, and the Buffalo defense has to contain Josh Allen in practice. The difference for the Buffalo Bills this year is that you have a healthy Bills team. Matt Milano did not play in the Ravens game earlier this year. Terrell Bernard didn't play. Teron Johnson didn't play. You have a host of key players on defense that did not play. I don't think Taylor Rapp played. This is the first time in a long time that the Buffalo Bills come into a playoff healthy. And they're not mashing it like Detroit was yesterday. Detroit missing a lot of key players. I think the guy broke his arm the first couple plays of the game. The cornerback broke his damn arm. You know that, and it's just you have those type of seasons. But I'm going to take the over because the field will be clear. I'm going to take the over, and I'm going to take the Ravens because
Woo!
yeah, because and Bills Mafia, don't be mad at me, but it's just they haven't proven to me that they can win the big game when it counts. They're at home. Like I said, they lost the last 2 years at home against the Ravens, not the Ravens, the Chiefs and the Bengals. So, that was the year before the Bengals. That was the DeMar Hamlin year when he died on the field and they had to resuscitate him. But yeah, I think that they have to prove to me that they're ready to take the next step. They got what they wanted. They got rid of Diggs and Gabe Davis, which they needed to do. You know, personalities aside, they weren't productive when it counted. You got 13 different Bills receivers that have caught touchdown passes this year. You got players that are unselfish. You got Amari Cooper. Now it's time for Amari Cooper to play in a big game and show why you went and got him. It's time for him to make some plays. So I think that's the difference between the Buffalo offense and the Ravens offense is that Buffalo has way more options to go to. You saw Curtis Samuel for the first time get off last game. And it's just like when you go and who do you check? You can't double team anybody. You can't double team anybody. If you commit to Josh Allen, he's going to run around and throw it over the top of you. If you back up in a pass shell, James Cook is going to take off and do things. I don't think that the Ravens have as many weapons as the Buffalo Bills do, and I think that's where they have the advantage out on offense. And it's going to be a game of the ages, and this is probably going to decide the MVP race for sure. But I think for both of these quarterbacks, they're in the same position, man. Like Lamar has lost some big games. Lamar lost last year at Baltimore to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. He's on a redemption tour. Both of these quarterbacks and both of these teams haven't won big games in the playoffs. And now they face each other, and this is probably one of their biggest games yet. And they still, whoever wins this game, still got to go to Arrowhead. You still got to go to Arrowhead after this, whoever wins this game. So I'm rooting for my Bills today. I'm hoping they win, but they have to prove to me that they won. Until they prove to me that they can take this next step, I got to go with the Ravens and the over.
Okay. And I checked the official count for James Cook is 16 touchdowns.
16 touchdowns? Wow. That's Jack. He has 16 touchdowns and he has 900 less yards than Derrick Henry. That's crazy, man.
It is. It's nuts. And, you know, you got Josh Allen's got 12 rushing touchdowns and 500 yards rushing, you know, to go with his passing stats. And I think that's what gives him a little bit of up on Lamar is how many times Allen's gotten in the end zone because Lamar's only rushed for 4 touchdowns this year.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is this is a light year for Josh Allen. He hasn't ran as nearly as much as he has in the last couple of years. He's been closer to 1,000 yards, I believe, the last couple of years rushing. And I think, you know, with putting more on James Cook, putting more on, I don't know if Ray Davis is playing today. I think he's still in concussion protocol. But putting more on, you got Kincaid, you got Knox. I mean, I can go through the names. You got Knox, Shakir, Cooper, Samuels, Mac Hollins. You got all these guys on offense that, you know, you could throw the ball to. So it's taking the pressure off of Josh a little bit. But we'll see today, man. It's going to be a big game. I hope my Bills come out victorious. 2
days ago, he was still in concussion protocol.
Yeah, I thought he was. So that, you know, that's gonna be more on James Cook, and I forgot who the other running back is, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Earl Lawrence said, "Let's go Ravens." Matty Ice said, "I don't care who wins this game; they just need to beat KC." Agreed. Easier said than done. Never count Pat out is what Jack Wagner said, and Matty Ice said, "All BJ is missing is the Ravens are so good." Earl Lawrence said Lamar's accuracy has gotten better this year. Lots of TDs in the red zone. And something about this. I think Lamar been on the trying to prove that he's not a quote unquote glorified running back that just can throw the ball, because that's been a knock on him even during his MVP years. It's always been that knock. He's played very well, and you guys are talking about this should decide the MVP was decided by regular season stats. Postseason no matter. It's all about regular season stats, and Lamar wrapped that up final week of the season. Trust me
Why
on
do they
that.
wait till the Super Bowl to announce it?
They didn't used to. They used to stagger it all out during the playoffs. Now they wait until the night before the Super Bowl to announce everything because they want to have a big
Yeah.
ceremony.
And
Put that type of energy into the Pro Bowl. That's what you can do.
Trust me, it used to be a regular season award, but if one of these quarterbacks today, especially if it's a route, if somebody routes the other team, that's going to decide the MVP race. I'm telling you. If Josh makes it to the Super Bowl, Josh is going to be your MVP. If Lamar makes it to the Super Bowl, that's your MVP. If they lose to Patrick Mahomes, who cares who the MVP is? You know?
And, well, Jack Wagner said just that. Statistically, Lamar is blowing him away. I believe it's going to come down to who wins this game, Lamar or Josh.
Yeah. I thought you ordered them?
Yeah.
He's not blowing them away in all statistics. That's false.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bills in this one. I would love to take the Ravens, but I'm gonna take the Bills in this one. I think they wound up getting a field goal as time expires. Give me the under 24-21 Bills in this one. Earl Lawrence said if they did it now, Daniels league MVP and rookie MVP. And Jack Wagner said, okay, all the ones you need to win the MVP. And Xavier said, I need the Chiefs to lose. The league's not going to let them lose right now. And finally, we got a game on Monday night. This is what I was talking about, the second half of the Midnight Riders birthday celebration. The Fighting Irish versus the Buckeyes. Buckeyes are 8.5-point favorites. Over under is 45.5. If I'm not mistaken, the Fighting Irish have not beat Ohio State since 1932. I'll double check, but Jack, take it away.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Ohio State Buckeyes, a worthless nut.
Jack having technical difficulties. If you can hear us, Jack, you froze up on us. I guess I'll pick it up. You said since 1932, KG?
Yes, sir. I think that is the stat. I'm looking it up now.
There you go. There you go, Jack. You back? Jack, you froze up on us. You back?
Yeah. Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Wi-Fi
okay,
snake bit me.
Hey, it's all good. You want to go ahead?
Yeah. I was saying Riley Leonard really showed me a lot about his passing game in the last game. I was thinking Riley Leonard, he's a run-only quarterback and all that, but he's got a real nice touch. But I just think Ohio State is too much of a ball team for Notre Dame. Their defense is big, stout, fast. Offense, you've seen what their offense has got. They can score. I mean, Trayvon Henderson at the running back position, or like I said earlier, he's looking money. And then that wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith. I think Ohio State's going to have too much for Notre Dame. Of backs is just going to go around the big Notre Dame line, defensive line. So I pick Ohio State to win this by 10 is what I'm looking at. 10, if not more. So I'll tell you, what's the numbers on this? 45. I'll take Ohio State in the under. And Ohio State going to win straight up. BJ?
Yeah, 1932 is going to continue on. I think Ohio State might score 45 themselves. I'm taking 2 touchdowns. If I'm betting, I'm taking 2 touchdowns over at least 2 touchdowns over the Irish. And this is bulletin board material for the Fighting Irish. They can come out there and shock the world. I just don't think they have the horses to come out and shock the world. I think they can stay with them, but it's going to get to a point where Ohio State's going to open up, and then Notre Dame's not going to be able to keep up. And that's when they're going to pressure when Riley Leonard does have to pass him into mistakes. You got Captain Jack on the Ohio State side, scoop and score. You got you. I think they're going to get overwhelmed at a certain. I think you're going to see a good game to a certain point, and then they're going to get overwhelmed, and Ohio State is going to do Ohio State things. Give me Ohio State 42-21.
CB, I'm gonna have to. You hurt my feelings, and it seems like the whole nation is out to hurt my feelings right now. Nobody's giving us a puncher's chance. Nobody's giving us a fighting chance to even be in this game. And I checked my stats. October 31st, 1936 was the last time that Notre Dame beat Ohio State, and they beat them 7-2. Now, mind you, they didn't play again until 1995. In the last 6 meetings, Ohio State has beat Notre Dame. What hurts my feelings is that nobody's giving us a shot to even be competitive in this game. They just basically saying we coming out here and we gonna get steamrolled. I don't like that, but in a way I do like it, but I don't like that.
That's not what I said. I said it's going to be competitive.
No. I'm not saying that you saying that.
It's going to be, but the steamroller got to warm up, and it's going to come out at some point. I think the adrenaline and the excitement of a national championship game. I mean, I've talked about this with Notre Dame. I think this is a team you're going to have an issue with over the next 5 or 10 years, where they're in national championship contention, and they got to take that step. So I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, brother.
So KG, you took Notre Dame and what? Over the under? I know you took Notre Dame.
Hold on. I'm gonna put it to you this way: thinking that we're gonna come down and we're just gonna lay down and we're gonna be some choking dogs is blasphemy in my book. You talk about everybody that Ohio State has. You forget that we got Jeremiah Love. We got Jadarian Price, Jayden Greathouse. We got Riley Leonard. We got Bryce Young on the defensive line. We got horses too. We got players too. Only difference is we didn't have to pay to get our players. They chose to come there. Don't ever disrespect us like that. But it seems like the whole country outside of Indiana is disrespecting us like that, and I love it. I love it. And see, I don't have to do the whole so good bit because it's college football and I ain't did it all season for them. So I'm not going to start now.
Oh,
the Fighting Irish win. The Fighting Irish win 28-13. So give me the Irish and give me the under.
What'd you take on the Buffalo-Baltimore game, KG?
I took the Bills by 3 and the under.
And the under, yes. Okay, good. Good.
Xavier said he taking the Ravens with the under.
Okay.
Boone said his birthday celebration ends today. Hope he enjoys himself. OSU. Jack Wagner says Jayden's getting rookie of the year for sure. Needs more time in the league to be MVP. Matty Ice said, I'm shocked that the spread is this big. Question is, can Indy cover the Ohio State wide receiver like Michigan and Texas did? If it's tape out there, I think we can do it. Jack Wagner said, Ohio State has the highest payroll in college football this year. Championships are earned, not bought. Earl Long said I was half joking, but heard someone say nah. But seriously,
Nah.
are you telling me Daniels is isn't more important MVP of the league than any other QB? Yeah, it doesn't have the stats of Lamar or Allen, but he is the reason why the Skins are where they are. That's true.
And that was me. I said nah.
We'll definitely be an
And I was
upset if Notre Dame wins. Let's go, ND, Jack Wagner. Boone said
doubt.
you aren't going to get steamrolled, but you will get meat tenderized. No Diddy. And Xavier said, give me the Irish with the under also. I feel like mad disrespected by the nation, man. I really do. I'm just not even gonna lie. So quickly, what are you eating?
Nothing. Popcorn right now.
Yeah, right. I don't need. What are you eating, KG? I'm sure you spatchcocking or doing something over there.
Well,
what are you eating?
My wife just put some pork belly in the pressure cooker. So we got pork belly. She made rolls. She made raisin bread.
Korean braised pork belly.
Korean braised pork belly is what she's making. And chicken dumplings. That's what we're eating over here.
I found out we having meatball subs. My wife puts them up in the toaster oven, gets them all crispy and cheesy. Meatball subs in the car house.
Sounds delicious, actually.
Yeah, I ain't had one in a minute. I'm looking forward to it.
Big guy.
When the last time you had chicken parmesan? Jack, I ain't heard you say nothing about it in a while.
I know. It's been a couple weeks.
It's
been a couple weeks. So I'll be sure to try to get that on the menu this week, and I'll keep you posted.
Bet. All right. It's about that time.
I had just a couple things that I just found a note. That defense for Washington was hitting yesterday. Did you see that wide receiver number 17 for the Lions that caught that ball on the left side, stiff arm 2 Washington defenders, and then what's his name? What's the boy? We just got him. The cornerback. Damn, I Lattimore. Number 17. I forgot his name. He stiff armed, really nasty. 2 Washington players, and then Lattimore just came across him. I mean, he left his feet, man. Lattimore hit him so hard. That defense was hitting. And then, did you see when the announcer Burkhart called our D-line underrated? I kind of thought that was funny. Our D-line might be underachieving, but they're not underrated. So I laughed at that as well. And, I always like to just pull up some little old lines I found. But, yeah, I remember that hit that Lattimore put on that boy. Whew. There was a lot of hitting going on in that Washington game yesterday. So, I'm ready to wrap it up. I see BJ sitting there getting ready to go to sleep.
Oh, no, I ain't going to sleep. I'm just sitting here thinking. All I got is...
He's thinking about how many minutes overtime we doing.
Oh, man, I'm thinking about that Houston Texans offensive line and how horrible they were. They just...
They bad.
They were really bad. They stunk up the joint. Like I said, Houston had their opportunities to come out of Arrowhead with the win. They gotta address some offensive line issues. They got the pass rush. They definitely got the pass rush. They just got to upgrade and figure some things out, man. But everybody get themselves ready. What time the first game come on? 3:30?
It should be earlier on a Sunday.
I thought it was 1 and 4.
Now the Bills don't come on at 6:30, I believe.
I got it. Give me one sec. It's 3 and 6:30. 3 o'clock and 6:30 the Ravens game.
Got you. Okay. So Hey man.
Earl Long
Hey,
said that hit on golf. Yeah, on that pick six, they knocked golf down.
yes, they
Ooh,
did.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
they did.
Yes, sir. He got his chin rung up. But I ain't see nothing wrong with it besides hitting him in the chin lower face mask. But like I
He
say, on
popped
the
him.
interception, we used to look for the quarterback. So
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that time. Enjoy. It's the second half. I'm sorry, of divisional weekend. So enjoy that. Enjoy the weather. We'll see you guys on Tuesday to recap divisional round weekend on the second half. Recap the national championship. Remember, the S word is still banned. I said when we started, we needed 4 victories. Washington is 2 down and got 2 more to go. So let's take it one game at a time. Commanders fans, don't put the cart before the horse. But the preparation for the next game starts tonight. It starts actually at 6:00. That's when the preparation starts. So for the gentleman Jack.
You gotta answer Cardell real quick, KG, because I'm interested in this.
When you gonna get your wife to cater a Commanders get together? Oh my goodness!
I'm ready.
I'm gonna have to get with that. I'm gonna have to ask her because not only that, my mom has been trying to do a breakfast thing, but then the pandemic hit. So because my mom does breakfast really big. She makes French toast. Oh, okay. My wife heard you. My mom does breakfast. My wife does breakfast, lunch, dinner. But my mama make French toast, grits, cheese, eggs, apples, fried apples, bacon, scrapple, link sausage, patty sausage. What am I missing? Biscuits with honey butter. My mom does all that for breakfast, and that's like when it was like 4 of us.
Yeah, you need several reclining chairs after that.
But my wife said, she said, how many in attendance, and she'll be ready to get that done, Cardell.
We're looking for at least 12 to 15.
Jack said at least 12 to 15. No, that's not. She used to that. She cook like that now.
I get nervous when you say 50 or
Oh,
so
I can make that happen.
Yeah. Jack Wagon always good, fellas. Peace. All right, Jack. And Cardell, yeah, she do. This is Cardell. When I met this woman, I weighed 225. I was trying to come back as a safety. Maybe move the line back and put on some more muscle. I am currently sitting at 281, and that's down from the 330 that she got me up to with all the good food that she makes. So
shit, I ain't been
she can't cook
since middle school.
Earl Lawrence said, "I'm with you. Don't say it." Yep, don't say it. And let's just take this and ride, bro. So
let's do it
for Jack Carr, for the Midnight Rider, whose birthday is today. Happy birthday again, Midnight Rider. You are a special part of the team. For the boss BJ, who got to get his flowers for putting this thing together and cultivating it. I'm the big guy, KG. I can't say we don't do no overtime because we did it today, baby. But we are out of here.
Peace.